Hi, welcome to Insider Yachting. This is Market Watch Wednesday, where we bring you all of the boats that have just come on the market over the last 7 days. I have them printed out here for us to go through in just a second. Remember, all of these boats, I have full brochures already available, so email us direct at philip.bell@insideryachting.com or contact us via the website. Let us know the name of the boat you're interested in and give us your name and email address, and we'll get all of the information over to you right away. And these brochures have all the photographs of the interior, the exterior, the full specifications, and all the descriptions of the boat. So don't forget to email us with the name of the boat. So let's go through this week's yachts. We're going from biggest to smallest. The largest that came on the market last week was the 152 Saroya. This is one of the boats that have just come out of Turkey. We've seen the concept up online for quite a while, but it's just launched now. So we have some new photography and updated specs and locations and things of the boat. Next is Maestro. This is a Mondo Marine. It's been on the market for a while. I assume it's just come up with a new brokerage house, which is why it's come back up on the market as far as a new listing is concerned. This is a 131 2009. It has the 5 stateroom layout. They're asking 7.8 million, just over $7.8 million for that. The one previously I should have mentioned, Saroya, they're asking just under 30 million US, and that has the 5 stateroom layout as well. That's a 152. So moving back down, we have Sano. This is a CRN. There are a couple of these on the market. One just sold a few months ago. The other one that's still on the market is called Libertas. You'll see them either advertised as a CRN or a Ferretti. CRN owning Ferretti, of course, quite often. Once you get up to a certain size boat, they'll rebrand it because nobody wants to own a 130-foot Ferretti, but they will own a 130-foot CRN. It's the same with the Benettis and Azimuths. Once the Azimuths get up to a certain size, some of the 116s are labelled as an Azimuth, some of them are labelled as a Benetti. So interesting psychological play with the manufacturers' names there. So Sano is CRN, as mentioned, 5 stateroom layout, launched in 2005. They're asking just over 8.5 million US. That boat's in Italy. The other 2 boats were over in Europe as well. Blue Mamba, this is an ocean line, not much of a pedigree here. The boat's in Croatia. Has a 6 stateroom layout though, which is pretty good for that size boat. It's more of that sort of go fast Euro raised pilot house style, so nice occupancy there. Launched in 2008 and a fairly good asking price at just over 7.8 million US. Nice boat, quite pretty on the interior. That's a brand new boat to the market. It hasn't been on the brokerage market before, so the photography and everything is quite good for that boat. Azul A, this is a Moonen. This is one of the oldest Moonens that you'll probably see. 1996 it was launched. Has a 4 stateroom layout, asking just under 4 million US. Has got the good pedigree name behind it, but certainly the newer Moonens that come out have more of that pedigree than they did back in the sort of late 90s. So a great price for a 110-foot boat with that name behind it, but definitely compare that to some of the newer ones that are available, Sophia 2 and such. Seabound, this is a Burger, just come on the market. The boat's in Florida, so it's here, easy to see. Only has a 3 stateroom layout. The Burgers are typically designed as owner, operator or liverboard boats. They have that more sort of mature clientele, so you tend to see their boats with less staterooms, but those individual staterooms are much larger than you'd get if it was a 5 or a 6 stateroom layout. So this is 100 feet long, launched in 1996 as well, same as the Moonen. They're asking almost exactly the same price, just under 4 million US. That has the twin Caterpillars on board. Burger's great brand, have a great reputation here, so the pedigree is definitely up there for this yacht as well. Crystalex, this is an Azimuth 100-foot. This is their jumbo. So this is launched in 2004. Boat's over in France. Has a 4 stateroom layout. Asking just over 3.2 million US. Farnante, this is these owners have just bought a new boat. It's a 95 Azimuth. They brand it Azimuth stroke Benetti. Same company. In fact, Benetti is pretty heavily for sale now, so it'll be interesting how the sale of that company affects the prices of the boats and also the direction of the company, whether they start building different styles. So Farnante, this is a 2013, almost a brand new boat, asking just under 7 million US. The boat's here in Florida. It has the 4-stateroom layout, twin Caterpillars, nice common rail, fuel-efficient engines. That's a great option for someone looking for essentially a new boat at a heavily discounted price. We took a look at Chapin Ave, which is actually the boat that I'm on now. Another boat, almost brand new, at a considerably discounted price to what a new one would cost. This is a 78-foot. Tivoli, this is an interesting boat. This is a custom build that the owner designed, a traditional sailboat guy that wanted to move from sail into power. So this is a great boat for someone of that similar sort of background, looking for a nice traditional long-range boat with all of the quirks and the heritage of a sailboat. So this one's built in Protexan turquoise. It's one of the better manufacturers in Turkey. Has a 3-stateroom layout. There's a massive interior and exterior volume on this. It's that sort of trawler style. Looks very similar to some of the Inasis or some of the larger Grand Banks. This is 90 feet long, launched in 2001, asking just under 3 million US. The boat's in Seattle at the moment, in Washington. That's definitely one to take a look at. That's a beautiful interior and a great design. They had top quality architects and designers put this one together. Me Too, this is a 2008 Pacific Mariner, has a 4-stateroom layout. The boat's here in Florida. This is right on that transitional period when Pacific Mariner was being taken back by Westport, so you'll see a lot of improvements in this from that sort of 2008-2009 period onwards than you would from some of the older ones. So this is asking just under 4.3 million US, has a 4-stateroom layout, has a higher power MTUs, but nice higher cruising speeds on this one as well. So moving on, Chillin. This is a Rayburn we've seen before. The boat has been on the market with another brokerage. They've just changed representation. It's a beautiful boat on the interior. We did a review on the website about Splash, which is a larger Rayburn. This one's 76 feet. I believe Splash was around 100 feet long. They're asking just over 1.5 million US. It's a fantastic value for that boat, so get the brochure for this one also. Has a 3-stateroom layout, the common rail Caterpillar engines on board, launched in 2001, so it's a little bit older, but the boat's been fantastically maintained, so that's a great option to look at there if you're looking for sort of a long range or trawler style. Intermission, this is a 75 Hatteras, launched in 2002, went through a big refit period this year. Boat's here in Florida, has a 4-stateroom layout. Everything that we've come to know and love about Hatteras is wrapped up in Intermission, so no surprises here. Good value at just under $1.5 million. Caramel, this is a Ferretti, launched in 2008. It's a 2009 model. This is over in Greece. It has a high-powered MTU engines on board. 3-stateroom layout. They believe they did have a 4-stateroom layout version of this, so the interior volumes in those individual rooms will be a little bit larger. Asking just over 1.5 million US. Good option there. It does have a red hull and a pretty dark cream superstructure, so that's going to limit the clientele quite a bit, but still a very nice boat. Next is a 68 Azimuth. They don't give us the name here. This boat's in Miami. Launched in 2005. It's asking just over $1 million. So not a bad price there for a 68. Perhaps a tad on the high side, but nothing outrageous. Has a 3-stateroom layout. This is a go fast style. Mima on deck. This is a Sea Star, known as sort of long range cruisers. Launched in 2003. Really don't have much of a pedigree. The boat's in New York, so easy to see, and a great asking price at just under $750,000. Shanty, another Pacific Mariner. This is an older one though, so not as good a quality on the build quality as Me Too, the 2008 that we saw earlier on. This is their 65, launched in 1997, asking just under $650,000. Boats in Washington, so easy to see there. has the 4 stateroom layout though, so that's the drawing point about this boat. It has 65 feet long and has that 4 stateroom layout. It's a great high occupancy. No drama. This is a Kranchi. We're seeing more and more of the Kranchis come over here on the market. Launched in 2010. They're asking just under $2 million, so a little bit high on the asking price there. The boat's here in Fort Lauderdale. It is that Go Fast express cruiser style, large hull side windows, so great experience for the owner on board, but when you compare it to other things that are on the market, it's perhaps a little bit high there. Rapallo, this is a Sunseeker, launched in 2011. It's 64 feet long, has a 3 stateroom layout, so everything on the specs is very similar to No Drama, the Kranchi, but almost 500,000. In fact, it is $400,000 less on the asking price, so pretty considerable distance there between the two asking prices. Sorry, 300,000 in difference. So it has a 3 stateroom layout, high-powered Caterpillar engines. The Kranchi here had their MAN engines, so Caterpillars are a little bit more desirable, easier to work on. Their after-sale warranty is a bit more reliable. Seller V, this is a 62 Azimuth, launched in 2005. Boats here in Florida, asking $650,000. Great starter boat here for these slightly older Azimuths. I wouldn't call them too old, but you know, 8 to 10 years old, and looking in the 60-foot range is a great starter boat for someone looking for a flybridge boat. So this is a good one to take a look at. The boats here in Florida has the Caterpillar engine, so a good option there. Jules Verne, this is a Vitters. The boat's over in the Netherlands. A very sort of custom build here. This is a very niche market for this boat. Asking just over $1.6 million. A great pedigree here. Vitters build a phenomenal boat. Beautiful woodwork here. You can see it's almost all high gloss varnish. Has a 3 stateroom layout, which is nice for a boat of this size. The Caterpillar engines. This is sort of a one-off boat, something that you'll probably buy and own for a considerable number of years. This is launched in 2000. It wouldn't surprise me if this has had the same owner as who built it. A very personable boat there. Balisica 4, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is a Sea Line. Don't see too many of these over here. They're popular in the UK and Europe. This one's over in Spain. It has 2 stateroom layouts, a little bit low for a flybridge version there as far as guest occupancy. Launched in 2008, asking $750,000. Pigra Quattro, American Marine Group. They've put a few boats out, but not too many. You don't really see them anymore. Launched in 1993. Has a Caterpillar engines. This is over in Netherlands, and even less of these boats made their way across the Atlantic. So if you're already over there and you're looking for one of these boats, then this is probably one of the only ones that you'll see over there. Has 5 stateroom layout, it says here. I'm very reluctant to believe that. I'm sure that's a mistake on the broker's behalf. But asking's just over $730,000. It's a great option. Runway, this is Sunseeker 57, launched in 2010. It's their Express Cruiser version. It's their newer version to what the 54s were. The 54 Express Cruisers had that sort of older style where they didn't really integrate the mast into that enclosed canopy area or enclosed cockpit area very well. So this is the newer style, asking $849,000. Boats here in Florida. Chandy, the last couple of boats now. I think we had about 28 come on the market this week. This is Air Cruisers. Cruisers getting more and more popular. The boat's launched in 2008. It's a 52 feet version, asking $538,000. Boats here in Fort Lauderdale, very easy to see. This is the enclosed cockpit where the glass section comes up to about 3/4 of the way up to the very top of the bimini, the fixed bimini. So a great option there for someone looking to get into that express cruiser market, fairly inexpensive as far as the yachts are concerned. And then last but not least, Pure Offshore. This is, they don't give us the builder's name here. It looks like a custom one-off build to me. I had a look through some of the specs, pretty impressive specs. The boat was launched in 2010, 50 feet long, has a great long cruising range, high fuel and water capacities, has some pretty impressive equipment fitted to it as well. So if you're looking for that long range cruiser style, they're asking 844,000 US. The boat's over in France. I believe that works out to about 675 euros right now. So what is interesting with the conversion rates now is that clients in the US looking for boats that are priced in euros, you get a much better deal as far as what your money will buy you right now. So that's something to bear in mind when you're looking at boats over in other countries, is playing with that conversion rate and timing it so that you get a best deal possible on the asking price of the boat before you go into the negotiating stage. So people looking in Europe now are definitely one up as far as people that are already over there that don't really benefit from that conversion rate. So we have all of the brochures for these boats that you saw today, same as we have them ready for every boat that's currently on the market. So leave us the name of the boat, your name, your email address, and we'll get all of that information over to you right away. So thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you next time.